Well, how are you doing? Good morning to my favorite people, little nuggets, all of you out there who I love. I hope you're doing well. So, since I'm connecting with you, I want to make sure that I'm, keeping it real. Woo! Don't you just love this stuff? Love it, right? Don't you just want to, like, now when you go out, you're like, "Ugh," right? Okay. Anyways, so I'm going to be talking today about, really quick, about 4 signs that you're a big COVID-19 baby. Now, I got to tell you, I was the baby, still am, of my family, the last born. And also, I was really babied as a kid. My mom didn't think she could have children after she'd had my sister, and she'd had gone through some problems, and then all of a sudden I came along, and so I was this. She always calls me the miracle baby. I'm like, hey, if the shoe fits, right? And so I am definitely her rainbow baby, and she just really babied me. She called me Boo Boo. I didn't know if that was my name, an owie, or a term of endearment. My dad would go to discipline me, and she would say, "Oh, honey, stop. She doesn't feel well." And that worked until my dad went to discipline me one day, and I go, "No, Daddy, I don't feel well." And then my mom was like, "Beat her. We're raising a monster." But anyways, I just wanted to go over 4 little quick things of if you're a big COVID-19 baby like me. So number one is, I had a friend, Lisa, who would always say, "You get what you get and you don't throw a fit." And she would tell her kids this. And I was always like, oh, that's kind of sad, but it's so true. So I go in the store. If you find yourself going in the store and they're not carrying your favorite good or the good period, and you're kind of being a baby about it, well, you're a baby. I went into the store, and they didn't have the kind of green beans I like in the can. I like the fresh cut Del Monte with the pop top, and I had to settle for the Jolly Green Giant, and then I had to use the crank, and I'm like, what's happening here, right? This is, this is Armageddon. This is the end of life as we know it. I'm having to use Jolly Green Giant green beans. Right? I'm a baby. Number two is how you respond to authority. It's funny because a lot of times when I'm traveling on the weekends, sometimes I'll work on Mondays from home, and I always enjoy that. But then when the edict came down from the government that we needed to shelter in place and work at home, there's a part of me that was like, I don't want to leave the office. And I'm like, sure, why are you being like that? Well, it's responding. How well during this season are you responding to authority? Now you can tell that I'm not doing all that great because I did stop by the office this morning to film this. But how are you responding to authority? That thing inside of us, that little bit of rebellion that comes up and says, no, I really don't want to do that. Are you a COVID-19 baby? Number three is how you're managing your time. I've noticed that I've been staying up later, which is kind of nice, but my body still wants to wake up early because that's just what I'm used to. And I have to also look at some other things. I have to ask myself questions. Am I parenting myself well? Am I making sure that I'm taking care of myself well? If you're grateful for something, like if you're grateful for your car, you're going to go out and you're going to wash your car and you're going to take care of it. Whatever you're grateful for, you take care of. If you're grateful for your family, you take care of them. If you're grateful for who you are and what God has given you and your arms and your body, then you take care of yourself. And so when you grow up, you learn how to take care of you. So I guess the question is are you taking care of yourself? That's a sign of maturity. And the last thing is, sign of maturity is growing up is learning how to feed yourself. Now, this is so funny, but my mom always tells me this story that when I was about 2 years old, I was losing tons of weight. And they took me to the doctor, and the doctor said, well, you've got a lazy eater on your hands. She just doesn't want to eat. I can't believe it. If any of you know my story, that's definitely, that season didn't last. It was definitely a phase. So my mom would have to like blend up our food, and I'd drink it through a straw because I was a lazy eater, and I just didn't want to eat. And so a sign that you are maturing is when you can feed yourself. Now, my little niece, Charlie, she loves to feed herself, and she's got it all over, and she's learning how to feed herself. And right now in this day and age, right, with what we're going through with COVID-19, there's so many things online that are awesome. I mean, we're able to watch how many church services on a Sunday, which is incredible. And all through the week, it's been amazing, and I'm loving it. But there's still that factor in there that says you need to make sure that you're taking time out of your day to spend time with the Lord yourself, to find and seek his face, to get revelation, to get into his word, because these are the moments where we get to take full opportunity, full advantage of these days right now. I also want to give a shout out to, as we end this call, I want to give a shout out to my nephew Jacob. It's his birthday today, but I'm also thinking about members of my family who are essential workers. My nephew Nicholas, he's in grocery. My sister's in insurance. My father's a mortician. And Jacob is working in the construction industry. And those are all essential. I have one of my friends, Josh Edwards. He's still selling cars because they have deemed that an essential business. And so they don't have the luxury of staying home. They are out amongst people, and they are susceptible. And so today I'm just saying, Lord, protect them. I pray in your name for all of our essential workers out there, God. I pray that you would keep them safe and that you would keep them healthy in your name. I'm saying a prayer for you as well today. I love you guys, and I hope you're doing well. Bye-bye.